Welcome to the Veterans Impact Show, where our commitment is to help, hope, and healing of our veteran family and our nation. I'm Jim Blythe, a U.S. Navy veteran and a certified senior advisor. Join us as we continue the mission of leadership and commitment to our communities and our great country. Why, you never know where we're going to go or who you're going to meet. We invite you to join in, plug in, and share in what we do. This is your Veterans Impact Show. Hey, good day. This is Jim Blythe, and you're watching the Veterans Impact Show. Cedric White is my co-host, my pastor, and I got to tell you, he has got Healing Thine Heart's ministry. They do an amazing job in marriage counseling for both veterans and active duty military. We're here today to talk about hope, help, and healing with a fabulous 501c3 out of Tyler, Texas, and the guy who runs it, Travis, welcome aboard, sir.
Thank you for having me. Good to see you.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about CampV.
So CampV is located here in Tyler, Texas, and we are a 501c3 that is dedicated solely to assisting military veterans and their family members. We cover 14 counties, and we are in our minds, the true one-stop shop for any and all military assistance that they could possibly need. Anything from VA benefits and claims to mental health assistance, employment assistance, transportation assistance, aid and attendance, women's center programs, fitness programs, equine therapy, service dog training, housing assistance, you name it, we've got it all located in one specific facility right here in Tyler, Texas. And we're assisting just over 700 veterans a month now.
Wow, 700 a month. That's a lot. You know, you mentioned all of these things. One of the things you didn't mention is your Rally Point lunch on Tuesday, which is a chance to get everybody together to be comrades, to talk, to commune, right?
Right.
Absolutely. So yes, Rally Point is one of our biggest and best peer groups that we operate out of. One of the main focuses of CampV is it's a lot more than just a resource center. We focus on that full veteran, that full holistic approach, as you would say. And one of the biggest things is, giving veterans back that community that they miss from their military service. One of the ways that we do that is through Rally Point. It happens every single Tuesday from 12 to 1. And it's an opportunity for veterans to come together, to break bread together, and to enjoy the fellowship of one another and sit there and have that camaraderie and experience that brotherhood and that sisterhood that they miss from their military service. That's honestly the biggest thing that every single veteran will say is, I feel alone. I don't, I miss my brothers. I miss my sisters. I miss that camaraderie. Well, that Rally Point Luncheon is just one of the ways that CampV addresses that and gives that back to that veteran.
Do you have speakers? Is just a lunch, or do you have a speaker and a lunch? How do you guys do it?
Well, Jeff, honestly, it's yes to all of your questions. We have guest speakers, we have guest organizations, we have guest companies that'll come in and have, say, a new veteran program that they are launching, such as real estate firms that now here in Tyler, they'll actually pay for up to 90% of your closing cost. That's one of the partnerships that CampV's been able to create. And so we'll have educational series like, did you know? Here's how to do this. Did you know that, you can drive on almost every single toll road in the state of Texas absolutely free if you have DV plates? We go through how to get signed up for that. So a whole bunch of different opportunities. And then, of course, having lunch and having that camaraderie all at the same time.
That's great. Now, a lot of the things, Cedric, I hear from people all over the state of Texas is, man, my county veteran service officer is great when I can get to them. They're so jammed up, especially here in the Metroplex. So you guys are open to other people from other parts of the state, aren't you?
Not just the state, but the entire United States and beyond. We've actually assisted military veterans as far as Japan. New York, Alaska, Hawaii. I mean, we've pretty much covered almost the entire globe as far as folks hearing about us and then calling in and needing that assistance, and we're able to do so. Just a few of our programs are only limited to that 14 county area. But when it comes to VSOs, what if I was to tell you we don't have just one VSO here on site? We've got three VSOs right here on site,
Mm.
all from Smith County. But of course, you can select a VSO from anywhere, and they are right here on site on this campus. Where if you come here for one thing, you can definitely get assistance with five, six, seven, 10 other things to include your VA disability right here on site.
This is so important. And Cedric, how many times have we had calls from somebody? Matter of fact, you sent me several
Mhm.
people because I'm plugged in because of our networks and all, people who need aid and attendance. I mean, that's getting to be something right now that is very, very important when people are homebound and disabled and can't do everything.
Mhm.
That's a source of money they weren't expecting. They didn't know was out there.
Yeah.
But if you try and sign up on your own,
Right.
it's
Mhm.
almost impossible.
Well, the red tape that goes along with it and knowing where to go, when to go, right? And quite often you get into that phone, what I call just phone hell, where the answering machine after answering machine, or they send you here. That is great when you got someone you can go to, and they can be that resource manager for you. And it sounds like that's a lot, Travis, of what Camp V does: direct people in the right direction as to what need that they need fulfilled.
Well, not only that, but we actually have the subject matter experts right here on site on the campus.
That's
One of the beautiful things about Camp V from the very beginning is we knew we were not the experts on everything, and it would be quite honestly dumb of us to even try. That's when you become the jack of no trade and master of absolutely nothing. And so, when it comes to the aid and attendance, we have an organization right here on site. They have an office here. That organization is called Veteran Caregivers. They specialize and are the subject matter experts on the VA aid and attendance program.
Mm.
On top of all that, what makes them so phenomenal and why we partnered up with them is we all know that the response time for the VA is, I mean, it's lightning fast, right? Not so much sometimes. Sometimes it takes them a while to make that determination.
Right.
Well, veteran caregivers, what they do is once they file that claim to the VA and it's awaiting approval from the VA, they go ahead and fund it. In other words, what that means is you start receiving
Wow.
aid and attendance immediately. We're talking the very next day, you start having that caregiver coming to your house and providing you those aid and attendance services immediately. How
That's
phenomenal
exceptional.
is that?
That's
That,
Uh,
exceptional, really.
yeah. And I don't know how many people I've actually had calls from some of our viewers. One of them from Richmond, Virginia, blew me away. And I was able to connect them with somebody with DAV through James Henderson in Dallas, who is the head of the county service office for Dallas County. He knew somebody in Richmond, believe it or not. We had them aid and attendance, pension, and money and everything within literally a week or two.
mhm.
And they were in such bad shape. So here's the thing about what you just said, they're in such bad shape physically, and now they've run out of money.
Hmm.
And this is critically important. So, how can people, let's start with number one, what's the phone number? What's the website? Let's tell people about this website because it's really outstanding.
Well, thank you. We've actually worked, pretty hard on our website, and we just launched an all new website just last year. But our website is campvtyler.org. Our phone number is 903-566-1010. And of course, you can also reach out through social medias. You can come by and pay us a visit. We've got a great open campus. You can just come by. Uh, Anytime during normal operating hours, and we'd love to show veterans around and provide them lunch while they're out here on Rally Point and take them for a tour and show them, just what all Camp V has to offer. 22 acres and six different buildings, all for veteran use. I mean, it is here for the veterans, here for their family members.
There is a one stop in Waco that they've done a good job, but nothing compared to what you've done. We have a Veterans Resource Center in Dallas
Hmm.
near the big VA, but again, it's not as all encompassing and it doesn't have the size and it doesn't have the equine deal.
Hmm.
Therefore, this is the first, and I think Chuck Wright, who's the commissioner, Texas
Hmm.
Veterans Commission, was telling me you have the biggest and the best that's been put together so far in the state of Texas.
And that is a huge compliment. I mean, especially coming from Chuck. I mean, we all know how Chuck is, and that's just a huge compliment coming from him and the Texas Veterans Commission. Senator John Cornyn was actually just out here just a few months ago and took a tour of our facility and went on record to call us the gold standard for veteran assistance
Wonderful.
across the entire United States, and that's phenomenal for an elected official to give you that type of praise for all the hard work that you're doing for the veteran community. Uh, we couldn't be more humbled and more thankful for that. When you mentioned the one stop there in Waco and the resource center there in Dallas, that's a small portion of us where is what we mirrored after. When we first started, the original idea was to be just like the Waco One Stop and to be just like the Resource Center there in Dallas. And that's when, you know, creating a resource center and having those subject matter experts and those staff and those volunteers, that was like the early foundation of Camp V. But then we wind up finding this property and realize there is so much more that we can do and more that we should do for our veteran community. And that's when we realized that yes, we're going to have that resource center. We're going to have the subject matter experts right here on site. We're going to partner up with all the right organizations, whether it be TVC, the VSO, aid and attendance, healthcare, mental health assistance, all right here located on one campus. But in addition to that, you know, it was that service is one thing, but that connection and that support is another. And service is easy. When it comes to a resource center, doing a resource center is fairly easy. It's fairly straightforward, and it's just basically connecting veterans to the right resources. Providing the service and the support and the connection, on the other hand, is something, else in its entirety. And that's where we grew. I mean, we built a women's center specifically for female veterans and female spouses of veterans. We have a fitness center free for veterans and their family members to come and do everything from strength to cardio equipment, as well as specialty classes. And we even have a professional fitness trainer come in and provide with specialized fitness plans and diet plans for veterans and their family members. We have a rec center, just like an old school MWR, where veterans can come and go as they please, shoot some pool, go to the library, play some ping pong, play on video games, just to hang out with other veterans. And we've got more coming. We have a chapel that we're getting ready to break ground on, a veterans chapel right here on our campus, where we'll be able to hold religious services, weddings, career fairs, homeless stand down. But even better than all of that is the fact that that chapel, should any veteran pass away here in the East Texas area, that chapel will be opened up to that family completely free of charge for them to have their celebration of life or memorial service. Whereas, funeral homes, it costs like $2,000 just for them to unlock the door. And if you
Mm.
want them to turn on the lights, that's going to start charging you even more. So,
Yeah, it gets out of control because I'm an ordained chaplain and Cedric is an ordained minister. We've got a wonderful church, but I've done a lot of memorial services. And yeah, well, let me tell you, it can get really expensive in a hurry.
Real
oh,
quick.
absolutely. And then of course on top of all that, we have housing planned for our site here for our campus, as well as some other great ventures to include like a big memorial for veterans out here on our campus. So we're only 6 years old, but we've been growing awfully fast, very quickly.
So, Travis, let me ask you, you've got a lot of things. I mean, a lot of things to the point to where it could be almost overwhelming. Everything sounds outstanding. How would a vet go about, and how do you guys vet the vet, if you will? How do people get engaged?
Absolutely. So, I know it sounds like a lot, right? And it almost sounds, a little overwhelming. But one of the things that we've really focused on right from the very beginning is that concierge service.
Okay.
When a veteran walks in for the very first time, they're greeted right there at our reception area and they're given an intake form. Okay, we've all have to collect demographics. We got to
Right.
have contact information. Then we ask for that DD 214.
Hmm.
If you don't have a DD 214, that's fine. You have a Texas driver's license with a veteran stamp on it, we take that as well. Or an NGB 22 or a VA disability statement letter. Any type of documentation that shows that you were a veteran, we accept,
Okay.
which is real nice and easy. From there, that veteran, no matter what they came in here for, they sit down with one of our veteran advocates. They have offices here, and that's where we just start talking and get to know you and find out what it is and where we can help you. So you may have come in here for one thing, but by the time you're done talking with that veteran advocate in about 15 to 20 minutes, we've identified five, six, 10 different other things that we can assist you with. From there, then it's that personal concierge service where we take that veteran to each and in all the different offices where they're going to receive that assistance from,
Mm.
and they walk them straight on over and say, "Hey, Mike, how's it going? This veteran here, they need help submitting a disability claim. Here's their paperwork. Oh, yeah, by the way, when they're done, they need to go over to workforce and they're going to take on as far as assisting with employment. And we have a tracker that tracks them throughout their entire time while they're here. And then, of course, if they need to come back, however many times that they need to come back, by all means, come on back. So,
Okay.
yes, it sounds like a lot, but at the same time, every single time a veteran walks onto the campus, they get that concierge service.
This is so important because I think a lot of people feel so discombobulated, disjointed when they get out. I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break in just a second, and we're going to be back with Travis Gladhill, and he is a Master Sergeant, United States Air Force. I'm going to be asking him how his Air Force career prepared him to come and put this together. Because, as he said, Senator Corner said, and I believe everything I've seen and what Chuck Wright says, this is the gold standard when it comes to a veteran's total commitment and resource center. And we're also going to talk about how big this is. Now, we've said they do things for people all over the nation, but they've got, I think, about 15 counties around them that they are servicing and taking care of people. So, this is the Veterans Impact Show. This is Cedric White, and he's my minister. And let me tell you, he's great. So, you want to check into Healing Thine Hearts. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and thanks to our great sponsors, Fairway Independent Mortgage, Healing Thine Hearts Ministry, and Symbios Integrative Health. Now, let's get back to this conversation. Welcome back. This is Veterans Impact Show. Excuse me. We've just had a lot of wind and a lot of dust lately, so everybody's having a hard time. Now, Cedric, you and I were talking about this being the gold standard, and I mentioned that Travis is an Air Force veteran. You and I are Navy. Tell us a little bit about your journey as an Air Force veteran that got you to Camp V, Travis.
Yeah, so I joined the Air Force in 1996. Um, we're right out of high school, and I first became a vehicle and equipment mechanic. Basically, I worked on everything that stayed on the ground within the Air Force. Didn't matter if it was a fire truck or an aircraft refueler or a de-icer or even a standard sedan or pickup truck. My very first duty station was Washington, D.C. And then 9/11 happened. I was a first responder over at the Pentagon on 9/11. And then after that happened, I put in a package and got accepted into Air Force Special Operations Command. I was part of TACP unit out of Fort Hood, which was attached with the Army, where we provided close air support for several Army units. Did that for several years, and then as fate would have it, I got selected for mandatory retraining uh, under Air Force reshaping, i.e., they said there was too many people in one career field, not enough in another career field, so they pluck you from one and stick you over in another, and that's when I became a education and training manager. So yes, I went from turning wrenches and uh, helping, call in airstrikes and shooting bullets and all that fun stuff to sitting behind a desk and learning how to type. That was definitely a career change. Made the most of it, however, and wound up getting selected as Director of Education and Training for Air Force Reserve Command, where I finished out my career out of Buckley Air Force Base in Colorado. Wind up retiring in 2018 and moved here to Tyler, Texas, by throwing a dart at a map. True story. Um, Literal dart, literal map. And we moved here to Tyler. I took a job teaching over at UT Tyler, University of Texas at Tyler, where I was a career success coach. My job was to basically prepare the students with what came after school, i.e., the real world, and help them with developing resumes and interview skills. And it was during that time I wound up getting a phone call one day uh, from an organization that was just getting started and was doing paperwork to establish 501 status, and they were in need of a marketing intern. And so it's like, okay, tell me a little bit about your organization. When they tell me that they were a veterans organization, obviously that caught my ear, being a veteran myself. And so they asked if I would come out and do a presentation on how to go about getting an intern from UT. And at the same time, I would love to learn some more about your organization. Wind up walking out of that meeting as a board member. Still don't know how that happened. And then that was back in 2018, and wind up staying with the board. Worked my way all the way up to vice chair of the board, and then in 2021, they asked me to step down off of the board and come on staff to help out the executive director, just as a part-time role, like a consulting role, helping them out as we're trying to establish the organization. And that lasted all of 2 weeks. They then asked me to come on full time, and then I accepted, and that lasted another 2 weeks. And then after that, then the director came in after a board meeting, letting me know that he had resigned. And then the board chair came into my office and said, "The board would like to talk to you." And so during that meeting, they asked if I would be the executive director, and I took on that role in 2021. Uh, so yeah, I've been, I guess you would say, piloting this ship ever since.
Travis, during the COVID deal,
Yeah.
what did you guys do? How did you navigate through all of the COVID things that happened?
So specifically with the coronavirus, we added lime and a little bit of salt, and it goes great with some tacos. But I mean, uh, no. So COVID was definitely a struggle, because as you can imagine, a lot of veterans are up there in years. And so we put in place, definite protocols for sanitization and everything. One of the things that COVID did, and it was kind of like a blessing in disguise, was we opened up our doors November 9th of 2019.
Hmm.
4 months later is when COVID was rampant.
Yeah.
So, being a brand new nonprofit and nobody knowing about you, and of course, nobody trusting you yet, and then of course, COVID happening, that very first year, we assisted just over 300 individual veterans for the entire year of 2020. Now, what that did, I know that sounds like a real low number compared to what we're doing now, but what that did was it really allowed us to get our feet underneath us by establishing our policies and our standard operating procedures and how we wanted to go about doing this. It's easy to have an idea, but then to put that idea into action and executing it to that level of excellence that you want to have for yourself. And so during the COVID days, yes, we were still staffed. We still operated under the mask mandate. We were sanitizing everything, and we kept a limited occupancy for clients coming in. You know, we would accept X amount of clients during that day, and it would be appointment only.
Well, I got to tell you, we're going to have to take a break here in just a second. But when we come back to, you made a point that you have a separate operation for ladies. You know, it wasn't too many years ago when a lady friend of mine who was career military walked into the Dallas VA and they said, "What are you doing here?" That really having women in the military was not prevalent enough 10, 20 years ago that they didn't have what they needed.
Mhm.
Now you've got a special facility for that. So when we come back, I want you to highlight a little bit of that because I think that is incredibly important on how we support our female veterans. So this is Jim Blythe and Cedric White. We'll be right back after all these words. Thank you. Welcome back, and thanks to our great sponsors, Fairway Independent Mortgage, Healing Thine Heart's Ministry, and Symbios Integrative Health. Now, let's get back to this conversation. Hey, welcome back. Jim Blythe and Cedric White here. Just a second, I want to tell you about Fairway Independent Mortgage and all they do for veterans. We have the American Warrior Initiative that has provided over $1 million worth of service dogs to veterans across the United States. We also have special programs for veterans loans that are just amazing. So if you want to know more about that, just go to fairwayindependentmortgage.com, fairwaymc.com. Also, Symbios Integrative Health. We're doing a lot to help first responders. We're having a lot to help veterans. We've helped over 5,000 veterans return to normal lifestyles and healthy. It's an amazing thing. Healing Thine Heart's Ministry. That's you.
That's me.
That is fabulous. And what do you do?
We love helping veterans, militaries, families, individuals with relationship issues. We are relationship specialists, and our heart is to help to build stronger families by strengthening relationships. We do it all day, every day.
And the Hope Center, who provides us with this new facility. For us, it's new for them, new for us. We're learning. We're having a lot of fun. And the Hope Center is a special, special place here in Dallas. We're very thankful to them. Now, let's continue the conversation because I had asked Travis to focus on his women's initiative, what all you're doing there, because I saw that on the website as well. Tell us a little bit about that, please, sir.
Yeah, so female veterans account for the fastest growing demographic of military veterans coming out of service today, which is phenomenal. And the difference between female veterans and male veterans is honestly, male veterans, you can spot them 100 yards out. We're usually all dressed the same. We usually have some type of ball cap. I've got mine right here. It's usually an OD green, black, or tan. We have very limited color palettes. We're usually wearing some type of grunt style t-shirts, or we've got the bumper sticker or the window sticker, you know, on our vehicles. Um, Female veterans, not so much. It's not like they dress the same as us guys. So they're a little bit harder to spot. And at the same token, they also feel just as you know all veterans do that sense of loss with the camaraderie of that sisterhood that they once had in that military service. So what we did was we created a women's center, and the nickname of it is called Our Place. Uh, the whole point of that women's center is a safe place just for female veterans to get together amongst other female veterans and have those different peer groups specific for female veterans. So everything we have peer groups specifically, such as we have uh, MST support groups, we have healthy living, healthy cooking, self-defense, and then fireside chats. Lots of different peer groups that we operate out of that facility. In addition to that, we've got a lovely meeting area and relaxation area. We have a child's play area for in case they want to bring their kiddos, they can feel free to do so. We have a nice little library. We have a meeting area. We've got a computer area, a computer lab for them to do whatever type of computer work they may need. In addition to that, we've got a wonderful outdoor patio that they can go out, go outside and relax and just have, conversations or just read a book and hang out with other female veterans. In addition to that, we also have a laundry and shower area for those female veterans that may unfortunately be homeless. And they can come in and utilize the facilities to shower and do their laundry and, uh, get taken care of. And so it's just our way of, recognizing that uh, female veterans sometimes want their own space and us providing them that space.
Travis, let me ask you in reference to all of the things that as you were going through the list, it was like, man, that's great. Wow, that's great. What did you initially set out with all of those things in place, or was it based upon, wow, we see another need and we'll just add the service. We see another need. How did you guys get to the point to where you're providing so much for veterans, male, female alike?
Uh, At the very beginning, we had like our foundation as far as what we wanted to do. We
Mhm.
wanted to have a women's center. We wanted to have a fitness center. We wanted to have a rec center. But then what does that look like? And so then, as much to your point, we started listening. Just be honest with you, we listened. And it was, veterans coming to us and go, it'd be really nice if we had this, or if we had this program, or then it became a matter of us watching as well,
Mhm.
identifying shortfalls, identifying needs within the community. Um, I'll give you an example. We have what we call the wheelchair loaner program. And what we do is we accept wheelchair donations,
Okay.
whether or not they're mechanical wheelchairs or electronic wheelchairs. Not a problem. Okay, what we do is we take these wheelchairs, we have a volunteer who refurbishes them, and then we hold on to them. Now, when you go to, say, the hospital or the VA or wherever, and you get prescribed a wheelchair, sometimes that can take a while before
Yeah.
you get the wheelchair.
Right.
So what we did is we created this program where we have wheelchairs right here on site. You come on by, we're going to give you a wheelchair. When you get your wheelchair, from your medical provider, just bring ours back. That's it. And it has saved so many people from, not being able to get out just because they have a wheelchair. You
You
know,
know, that's something that again, unless you're in that situation, you don't even think that you may need that service, and you guys are already ahead of the game. That's great to hear, Travis.
yeah,
I mean, sounds like you guys are really going beyond and being proactive in areas where a lot of people, okay, let me see if I can find a way to help you. You guys are already there.
yeah.
Yeah, and if you're repairing some of these motorized wheelchairs, I have been told that if your motorized wheelchair breaks, it can be quite a while before they can find a way to get it fixed. You got somebody that can do it. I don't think it's rocket science. It's get it done. That's what's important.
Absolutely. And what we have found when it comes to these motorized wheelchairs is it's usually the battery. I
Yeah.
mean, 99% of the time it's the battery. And unfortunately, A lot of times it's actually cheaper to get a new wheelchair than to
Oh,
get a
wow.
battery for these wheelchairs.
Wow.
You're
Yeah,
kidding.
I wish I was. I mean, these batteries are ridiculously expensive. For one battery, they're well into the thousands of dollars for one battery.
Well, they
Yeah,
don't use a car battery then.
no, I wish they were using car batteries. I mean, they might go a little faster. I mean, that, you know,
Travis, Cedric and I have got a buddy. He's part of the company, and they build the what's his name?
Jay Baldwin.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
they
with
build
Wounded Warriors.
they Wounded Warrior. They build a electric um, wheelchair that I mean, we go to an event with this guy, and he's flying all over the place,
yeah.
and I'm like, God, I hope he doesn't run over somebody.
Yeah, it's a different wheelchair. It's I mean really two wheels as a and he's very well able to
It's ergonomic.
it's very ergonomic.
Yeah,
Quadriplegic but he runs that thing like crazy.
yeah. Now you've got some sponsors for this, plus you've got some events coming up. I want to mention you're doing an air show, which is
Yes,
the
sir.
Rose Festival Air Show. When is that coming
So
up?
Rose City Air Fest, this is our primary fundraiser. A lot of nonprofits do like galas or galas, however you want to say it. A lot of them do golf tournaments or auctions. We bring fighter jets because you know what? We're veterans and we like to
That's a
take the
great
ball.
Yeah,
comparison,
Air
right?
Force.
Yeah.
That's it. So we started the Rose City Air Fest 6 years ago, or this year will be our 6th year, and it is our premier fundraiser. It has exploded much like anything we do here at CampV, uh, well beyond our expectations. It is now the largest attended weekend event in all of East Texas. This year, we are proud to announce that we are bringing in from the United States Air Force the F-16 Viper demo team, as
Whoa.
well as the C-17 demo team. We've got Red Bull Air shows coming, or Red Bull Air Force coming. We've got motocross jumpers. We've got an F-4 Phantom coming. We've got every type of aircraft you could possibly imagine is coming. It's a high adrenaline, high excitement type show, and we couldn't be more excited about this year's lineup. This year will be October 10th and 11th. Folks can always go on to rosecityairfest.com and sign up to be what we call a navigator, where you can get early bird pricing, which is about 50% off, as well as all of the insider announcements and be the first to know about it. We couldn't be happier with this event. It is a ton of work. It's basically like another full-time job. And we have a wonderful projects and events manager. Her name is Bailey, Bailey Kelso, and it's her job to make sure that this air show goes on without a hitch. And so, yeah, we are very proud of this event, and it's going to be here quick, and it's going to be our 6th annual. But yeah, we are definitely excited for this year's lineup.
I want to do something to promote that. Actually, I was a member for a number of years of the Commemorative Air Force, the CAF.
Yep.
And I helped build the hangar that's down in Lancaster. And I just got asked by Ty Heldon, who is the manager of Majors Field in Greenville, Texas, to help them with an air show they're doing in May. This is really important. And what I learned years ago from being in the CAF, we need to get all the school children out there to
Hmm.
see these aircraft, to meet these pilots, to
Yep.
talk to pilots. We need to see kids get interested and excited about being a part of the military, and basically between Air Force aviation, Naval aviation, Army aviation. We need to get them excited. And this is the place to do it. It's a safe venue. And your air show now, is the CAF part of that or not? Or do
Oh,
you?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
our local Tyler CAF um, has always been a part of our air show. Um, we've had great partnerships with the CAF out of Houston and Dallas, the Austin area. We couldn't do it without the CAF. This year's lineup, we do not have any CAF aircraft coming this year. because we've had them basically come back year after year. So we basically it was starting to be the same lineup every single year. So this year we changed it up a little bit, and we're doing basically like a different lineup for this year. In addition, and much to your point, Jim, you got to get those kids excited. So one of the things that we do is we offer what we call a STEAM day. So everyone's familiar with STEM, right? Science,
Right.
technology, engineering. STEAM, you add the A into it, and that's aeronautics,
Oh,
and then mechanics. And so we'll be having a STEAM day this year, where we're going to have these high school age kids coming on out and learning what it takes to be a pilot, what it takes to make an aircraft fly, and get to meet with the pilots and do a whole bunch of different activities. And then they're probably going to get a nice little sneak peek at during the practice day as far as what all it takes to put on an air show. And so that's one of the things that we do. We also, partner up with all of our local recruiters. We partner up with the Boy Scouts. We partner up with the Civil Air Patrol. I mean, it is a phenomenal family and community event.
I can tell you, I've been facilities director for two static display shows for the CAF, and it is so much fun. I mean, so much fun, especially for the school age kids. And it is so much work.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
I mean, Jim,
I've
Cedric,
lost
I mean,
weight.
I'm sitting here, I'm watching y'all right now, and I still don't see you with the phone in your hand going to rosecityairfest.com.
because I
And
Oh, Diane's already done it. She's
okay,
done it. And I'm sure
there's
she'll
people
take,
behind the scenes
yeah,
that
she'll take
they're
care of that.
going.
I interrupted you.
No, no,
What
no,
were
no.
you going to
You're fine.
say?
No, I was just gonna say it sounds like I've never been to one of the events. I'm thinking it's like, you know what, I can get my motorcycle guys, we can go down. That would be a
Yeah.
great event to
Oh,
come
yeah.
down
Come
bring
on.
them
to
on.
attend. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I mean, the way that we look at it is, the more the merrier, and we'll have the discount tickets, and then if you miss out on the discount tickets and you're a veteran, guess what? You still get a discount. That's something that we were able to institute with our new ticketing system, and so yes, we're very pleased about that. Um, but yeah, I would love to see Cedric and his motorcycle convoy coming on out and making some noise and just having a good time. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's about bringing the community together, the families together. I mean,
Right.
at the end of the day, Camp V is actually an acronym. Stands for Community Assisting Military Personnel and Veterans. We couldn't do this. We couldn't do anything that we do for our veteran community without the community. And so this air show is, for the community, for the veteran population, and for the East Texas area, and we'll let you folks from Dallas come on out as well.
So
Hey,
Travis,
we'll be there.
you said that quick. Go back through camp because I know people. I think you told me before. People say Camp Veteran, Camp 5, right? Camp Victory. Tell us
Yep.
what that acronym stands for again.
Community Assisting Military Personnel and Veterans.
I like that.
And it is,
You
don't call us Camp Five, Cedric.
know,
Them's fighting words.
this is so important, but I'd also like to make a suggestion to the whole world because this goes out to everybody around the world on internet, TV networks. What they're doing in Tyler, Texas for military, we need to be doing within our communities for first responders as well. We need to be doing it for the community. And think about this, the more we do for each other, the more we get to know each other, the more we're going to work together. And that's one of my big things, working together. The other thing is there are men and women within these organizations that can be tremendous mentors.
Mhm.
Many of them have so much of a background in the STEM science, all that mathematics. I mean, you were a rocket scientist. Well, he shot the missiles.
I shot
Anyway,
rockets.
we're going to come back in just a minute after these words from all of our partners. And I got to tell you, Camp V, the gold standard, according to our Texas Senator Cornyn, but the gold standard according to the Texas Veterans Commission
Right.
as well. The gold standard that we can lead the way throughout this nation. So, welcome, and we'll be right back after a minute or two for the final chapter of today's Veterans Impact Show. Welcome back, and thanks to our great sponsors, Fairway Independent Mortgage, Healing Thine Heart's Ministry, and Symbios Integrative Health. Now, let's get back to this conversation. Hey, welcome back. This is Jim Blythe and Cedric White.
Glad to be here.
Hey, you've never been to an air show?
I've never been to CampV's air show. I've been to an air show.
Oh, you have?
Right, right. So I'm looking forward to it because it sounds like they're going to have a great lineup there. A lot to see.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, I think we should do it.
I ain't riding on a motorcycle though. I'll fly the plane. Ashley and I'll bring one of our planes over and we'll land there. I don't do things that are dangerous like motorcycles.
Like
I go
flying a plane.
Yeah, flying a plane, aerobatic. I go aerobatic flying with a retired Navy admiral every once in a while. Now that's a lot of fun for me, upside down and backwards.
Which airport is he gonna?
Now, you are doing this at Tyler Pounds, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole air show will be there at Tyler Pounds Airport.
Okay, been there many times. And I got to tell you, used to have, and last time I was down there, you had a real good cafe. And a lot of us pilots like to get the $100 hamburger. You know, it's a $5 hamburger. It costs $100 worth of fuel to get there, right?
Absolutely.
I do that all the time with my son and I, Ashley and I flying and other pilots, and we have a lot of fun,
Mhm.
a lot of fun. And that's a camaraderie of a world within itself of military pilots, veterans. We love that. Let me tell you, this is going to go out. If you send me a flyer, this will go out in probably August, September, several times on the North Texas Aviators. My son started that on Facebook. Travis, there are now 15,000 pilots on that deal. We could inundate you. Wouldn't that be great?
That would be phenomenal.
Now, I'm sure you also have some corporate sponsors as well. Who are some of the corporate sponsors that help you guys?
So as far as the air show, or I mean, as far as
CampV,
Camp
period.
CampV and period. So yes, I mean we have what makes CampV very unique, Jim and Cedric, is what if I was to tell you that we get specific grants from foundations that cover all of the operations. In
Wow.
addition to that, we have 22 acres, 6 different buildings, and zero debt.
That's wonderful.
Zero debt.
And often
So what does that mean to you whenever I say how much of an individual donation goes right back to the veteran?
100%.
100%.
100%. 100% of an individual donation given to CampV goes directly back to the veterans. Why? Because we're debt free and we get grants to cover all of the operational cost. Everything to cover, the light bill, the insurance, all the different utilities, the cleaning supplies, all of that is taken care of through, specific grants from foundations. So all of our partnerships that we have ever received goes right back to that veteran community here in East Texas. I mean, to me, that is like the absolute best that any organization could ever strive to do, is to give 100% of that person's donation right back to that community that they're trying to serve. And that's what Camp's been able to do. We've got great partnerships, and we've been sponsored, for several different events, with the local hospitals like UT Health, Christus, Mother Francis, to different car dealerships like Classic Toyota. We've had great relationships with Encore, Electric, and you name it. We've been able to go after those different corporate sponsors for events primarily. But every now and then, we have just a company that will be like, you know what, we're not interested in being a sponsor for your air show, but here's a donation, to go right back towards the veteran community. In addition to that, we've got great partnerships with local restaurants and other organizations to where those Tuesday rally points, they will sponsor those and bring in the food for us and everything. And so,
Let
yeah.
me tell you, there's some great restaurants in Tyler. I've been over there many times. And if you want to see something incredible, go to the Tyler Rose Garden. It is an amazing thing. Now, in October, it's the fall. It's great. I've also got to say, without a doubt, I think East Texas and Tyler, because my grandparents were in Athens.
Mhm.
You're close to Lake Palestine. It's not that far away. You got
Yep.
other lakes around there. That is one of the most beautiful parts of Texas, in my opinion.
East Texas is Texas's best kept secret.
It is.
It really is. I mean, I grew up in Texas. I grew up in San Antonio, and East Texas, completely different. I mean, I didn't realize that trees could actually grow to be taller than 5 feet.
I was going to say it's actually green in
It
East Texas.
is.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
it
Right,
is green. We've got, great weather, for Texas.
right.
I mean, it is Texas, y'all. You ain't gonna get North Dakota out here. But it's completely different. And, we like to keep it quiet, Jim. So, we don't want the word to get out too much, but no, it is we couldn't be happier here. I mean,
well,
this has definitely become home.
it is a fabulous place. We're getting to that point where we like to close with a prayer because this is a Christian program. Pastor, would you
Mhm.
close us out with a prayer?
Yeah. First, I want to say, Travis, thank you for all that Camp V does. Ask you guys to please keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what
Yes,
you're
sir. It's our pleasure.
doing. So, Father, in your name, we thank you for this day, this time. We thank you for the collaboration and all that organizations like Camp V, people like Travis Gladhill, the things that he does to help your people. We thank you that you allow us, this Veterans Impact Show, to provide help, hope, and healing to those who are in need, to be another resource, to point them to the Camp V's of the world. So continue to allow them and others to support our military, our veterans, and their families. Continue to be glorified in all that is done. Continue to allow us to serve your people and to be blessed in doing so. Father God, and we ask that you would bring this country back to being one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, Travis, thank you, dear Lord, and amen.
Amen.
And thank you for being a part. You really helped us out to make a great program and get the word out. Because if other cities, other communities want to know, then go to Camp V, go to the website, learn, contact, they'll tell you how to do it. Thank you again. This is your Veterans Impact Show. We'll see you next week.